Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be making Tendercrisp chicken breast with truffle mashed potatoes in our Ninja Foodi pressure cooker. So you ready? Let's get into this. To make the chicken, we're going to need boneless, skinless chicken breasts. We have some avocado oil. We have a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of chicken stock or chicken broth, and our herb combination. We're using salt, pepper, granulated garlic, thyme, and oregano. For the truffle mash, we're going to need a large russet potato, a little bit of softened butter, some regular Kroger Carb Master milk, some low-fat sour cream, some chives, and our herb combination for the potatoes. In here we have truffle dust, Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper, and a little bit of granulated garlic. Remember, if you want to make this recipe, all the ingredients and measurements are down in the description of the video, along with the calorie count, the fat, the protein, and the carbs per serving. First things first, we need to prep the potato and the chives. For the potato, we're going to go ahead and peel off all the skin, and then you're going to go ahead and slice it into sections that are about an inch or so thick. For the chives, all you got to do is collect them together and go ahead and cut them up. You can mince them really thin if you like, or you can cut them a little bit thicker. It all depends on your personal preference. The best part is we're going to do the whole thing in the pressure cooker. No need to pre-boil some water for the potatoes or anything like that. Now that we got that ready, we'll take a mixing bowl, pour in our chicken stock, and also pour in our herbs for the chicken. Remember, these aren't the herbs that we mixed for the potatoes. Now we'll go ahead and whisk that together, and then we'll go ahead and bring that over to our pressure cooker. Okay, we'll go ahead and open this up, and we're gonna go ahead and pour our mix down into the bowl, and then we'll go ahead and put in our crisping plate. Next, we're going to want to go ahead and line the crisping plate here with the potatoes. Make sure you leave enough room on the sides here so you can still put it on the rack. And then slide that rack down in, just like that. And then layer on your chicken breasts. Go ahead and close this up. Double check and make sure that your pressure release is set to seal. Go ahead and turn on the pressure cooker. Set this to pressure cook. Be sure the pressure is on high. Set your pressure cooker timer to 18 minutes, and then go ahead and start. The amount of time you pressure cook is really dependent upon how thick your chicken breasts are. A happy medium is 18 minutes or so. But in any case, you know chicken is done at 165-degree internal temperature, and you can measure that with a meat thermometer. Keep in mind, you're not going to want to quite have it all the way up to 165 when you get done, because we're going to be crisping it and it's going to bring that temperature up a tiny bit more.
2,000 years later.
Once your pressure cook gets done, you'll notice the timer will start counting upwards. This just means that it's slowly releasing pressure from the machine. We're going to wait for about 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to go ahead and release the rest of the pressure ourselves. Okay, now we can go ahead and release the rest of the pressure by flipping the pressure relief valve to vent. Keep in mind when you do this, it's going to shoot a lot of steam out of here, so you want to keep your hands out of the way so you don't get burned. By the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. The pressure cooker will actually tell you when it's safe for you to open the machine up. I would just go ahead and wait until all the steam is out before I do this. But in any case, once it's ready, you can go ahead and slide the dial off the pressure cook, and you should be able to go ahead and open this up. At this point, we can go ahead and remove the rack with the chicken on it, just so we can get to the potatoes. It's going to be hot though, so be careful. Put this aside, and we'll go ahead and transfer these potatoes into a bowl. They're going to be pretty soft, so be sure to use a spatula or something like that so you don't break them into a bunch of pieces. When you take the potatoes out of the pressure cooker, it's a good idea to cover them. That way you don't lose too much heat while you're waiting on the chicken. Once you have those out, go ahead and put the chicken back in and brush it really well with your avocado oil. You can put it on there pretty liberally. And then you're going to want to season up the little salt and pepper combination. Once you've done that, go ahead and close your pressure cooker back up again. Switch over to the air fry. Make sure this is set to air fry. Change the temperature to 400 degrees. And I would set this for about 15 minutes or so. And then go ahead and start it up. How long you leave this in is going to depend on how crunchy you want the top of your chicken. So what I would recommend doing is after 10 minutes or so, start checking periodically just to make sure it's not getting too dark for you. And then go ahead and take it out when it reaches the color and crispness that you want.
2 hours later.
Once the air crisping gets done, we can go ahead and open this up. And then we can go ahead and let these rest on the cutting board for a few minutes. If you want a little sauce for the chicken, you can just take a little bit of cornstarch and put it right into the pot after you get done cooking. And then use a non-abrasive spoon here to mix that in really good, just to thicken this up. And then you'll be able to pour this right over the top of your chicken. While those are resting, we can go ahead and make our potatoes. When you do your truffle mashed potatoes, it's a good idea to heat the milk up in the microwave before you put it into the mix. That way it won't make the potatoes cold and you won't have to heat the whole thing up over again. So we'll go ahead and mash these up. Add our herb combination and our softened butter and the sour cream. And we'll go ahead and mix these up really good here. Next, we'll go ahead and add in our milk. Once these potatoes get done, if you'd like them to be a little bit smoother, you can always use an immersion blender, or you can just throw them in your regular blender. And once you got these the way you like them, then you can go ahead and toss in your chives, mix those in, and you'll be ready to plate. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about us, you can check out a couple more videos, or you can check us out online at joesphenomenal.com. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the pressure cooker that we use for this, we do have an affiliate link to it down in the description of the video. I thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your busy day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me, and I can't wait to see you back again here really soon. So until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.